All right, another day, another dollar. Well, I mean, don't make your whole day about making dollars, but you know. Today we are shooting for a real estate company in Hawaii. For those of you who are new to this channel, I am a videographer located in the beautiful islands of Hawaii, and I've been doing it for a couple years now. I think I made 10 years last year or this year, and kind of wanted to bring you on my shoots and talk about my process, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, but what was I talking about? Real estate. Oh yeah. So today's shoot is a real estate company that I've been working for a little over a year now, and we are focusing on more neighborhoods as opposed to actual homes. And I mean, we do that too, but today's video is about the neighborhood. So once we park, I'll show you what's inside my bag. Let's go. I just don't want to scrape my rims. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so here we are. This is the Think Tank Airport Advantage, I believe it's called. I guess for those who want to take advantage of airports. This is what I'm bringing today. Typically for real estate, I am using my FX30 with a 10 to 18 millimeter. This is a Sigma f2.8, a 10 to 18 on the FX30. Taking into consideration the crop sensor basically makes it, I think, a 15 to 27 full frame equivalent. Got my Rode Wireless Go 2. This charging case is awesome. I wish I bought it sooner. Over the years of doing all sorts of content and just types of videography, I do obviously feel the need to grab all the necessary gear that would help me create good work. So grabbing all the different types of just lighting. I mean, just lighting alone, you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on different types of LED cob lights, flex panels, rim lights, tube lights. I mean, not even to mention all the modifiers that goes with those lights, and the list goes on, and that's just lighting. You know, you can spend so much more money on glass and camera bodies and audio, but so you can really end up buying a lot of gear and always justify keeping them by saying, oh, I use that for that one gig that I shoot, once a year or 2 or 3 times a year. And yeah, if you have the budget and the money and the space to store all of this gear, then that's great, that's good for you. But for me, the past few years, I've been trying to kind of have this rule where if I don't use that item for 6 months, I sell it. Because honestly, after a year, of owning that, and some new gear could pop up and replace that gear, your resale value goes down. Again, if you really have that reoccurring gig that's like 2 or 3 times a year, and you really need that 1200D, then yeah, that's great, keep it. But I really encourage you to look around and see how much gear you have and how much do you really use that piece of gear. Because for me, I've bought tons and tons of stuff over the years, from cameras to lighting to lenses, from grip to sliders, gimbals, the list goes on. So back to the struggle of wanting all of this gear for these different types of work that I do. I really try to grab and purchase things that I can use that has multi-purpose. I'm not getting younger, and I don't want to carry around tons and tons of gear. So I want gear that's small, lightweight, and easy to travel. So gears that have, kind of multi-purpose. And by that, what I mean is, like, for example, the FX3. That is my A cam, but I can also use it on a gimbal. Whereas my Red cameras that I've had, that's not as easy to balance on a gimbal, and it would take so much longer to put that on a gimbal. So that's not really multi-purpose. Another thing is, for example, this light that I just bought from Small Rig. It's like the RC100B. It's 100 watt, but you can power it through a V-mount. I could literally use that 100 watt for a rim light or to fill up the room, but I also can use it on some gigs as a key. It's great for travel. It's small, but it has that multi-purpose use, So really think about the gear that you have. Is it multi-purpose? Can you use it for other things, for multiple things? And make good choices, people. So like I mentioned before, multiple locations for this gig, and here we're shooting the intro and outro of this video right here on the beach. Because this is such a run and gun and I don't have a lot of time, I do not bring lights for these projects, but at least for the most part. I have brought lights before in a controlled environment for this client, but since we're outside, I just bring a reflector and I typically just place them in a shaded area. This day was definitely a little bit harder as it was 12 o'clock noon. The sun is right over our heads, casting those raccoon shadow eyes, as I call it, on the talent. But this 5-in-1 reflector, which I always will rave about, which literally stays in my trunk of my car because I use it so much. But I just bounce it, lean it right up against my tripod, and I bounce it right back into the subject. So, but just to give you an idea, this is not, finished. I haven't graded it or anything yet, but you can see with the reflector pointed at him and not. All of my gigs are different, and each one has its own set of problems and issues that I need to figure out, whether it's lighting issues or audio issues, because there might be loud noises or an echo. So many problems can just arise from different shooting scenarios, which actually brings me to my topic for today, which is another misconception, is that all filmmaking jobs are the same. Now, this industry encompasses a lot of diverse range of niche types of work, from corporate videos to weddings to narrative. But filmmaking jobs aren't one size fits all. The freelance world covers tons of different work, each needing its own skills and approach. Many successful freelance filmmakers that I know personally specialize in one or two niches where they have developed that expertise and they built a reputation and create a sustainable business model tailored to that specific type of work, rather than trying to be generalists who handle everything. Before I go, I wanted to show the last take that we did. This is the outro scene. As you can see, the raw footage looks pretty bad. I had to expose for his face, which made the background super blown out. These types of situations is really trying to find that perfect balance of exposure and really knowing your camera's capability when it comes to understanding its dynamic range and base ISO values. Fortunately, Final Cut Pro has a lot of new updates, which includes this new update that came out recently called the magnetic mask, which is basically like rotoscoping frame by frame, and it just does it ridiculously fast. Then I just bring down the highlights around him and bring the exposure up within that mask. So it's a really cool tool. Anyways, thank you for watching another video where I ramble on and on, but hope you can get some value out of these videos. I'm really hoping to post more and more in the future, and if you like this sort of content, then please consider liking this video and subscribing. Until we meet again on the next vlog, I'm out.